Christmas Eve, 1957. The entire airbase was alive with celebration. Pilots laughed, exchanged gifts, and packed their bags, excited to spend Christmas with their families. But for one young pilot, Freddie Hook, the night was about to turn into a nightmare that would become one of aviation's greatest mysteries. Just as everyone else was leaving, Freddie received an unexpected order to take off immediately. As his jet roared down the runway, every light across the airbase suddenly flickered, then went completely dark. Assuming it was only a power failure, Freddie continued his mission, unaware that this simple decision would change his life forever. Nearly an hour into the flight, strange glowing lights began dancing across the sky above the ocean. Then, without warning, every instrument inside his cockpit died. His compass stopped spinning, the radio fell silent, and all communication with the control tower was lost. As if that wasn't terrifying enough, his fuel gauge began dropping at an impossible speed. Moments later, a thick black fog swallowed his aircraft from every direction. There was no horizon, no stars, no land, only endless darkness. Freddie realized he was hopelessly lost over the ocean. Convinced he would never see home again, he thought of his wife, his little daughter, and accepted that these might be his final moments. Then, something impossible happened. A shadow slowly emerged from the fog. It wasn't another jet. It was an old World War II bomber, flying silently through the darkness. The mysterious pilot looked toward Freddie's aircraft and gently rocked his wings, the classic military signal meaning, "Follow me." With no other choice, Freddie followed the ghostly plane through the endless fog. Every second felt like his engine would quit. His fuel was almost gone. Then, suddenly, the fog split apart. An old abandoned runway appeared straight ahead. With only moments of fuel remaining, Freddie safely landed his jet. As he climbed out, he looked around in disbelief. He was alive. Inside the base canteen, his eyes locked onto an old photograph hanging on the wall. His blood ran cold. The man in the picture was the exact same pilot who had guided him through the fog. Shaking, Freddie asked the staff who he was. Their answer sent chills down his spine. The pilot had been a World War II hero famous for leading lost aircraft to safety, but he had died in a plane crash on Christmas Eve, 1943, exactly 14 years earlier. Before Freddie could process what he had heard, the sound of an aircraft engine thundered outside. He sprinted into the night, but the sky was completely empty. Seconds later, soldiers arrived looking for him. They claimed his jet had mysteriously disappeared from radar. When Freddie told them everything that had happened, they stood frozen in silence. Because according to official records, the airbase where Freddie had landed had been abandoned and closed ever since World War II. So who was the mysterious pilot? A forgotten hero? A ghost? Or something science still cannot explain? What do you think? Was Freddie rescued by a spirit, or was there another explanation? Let me know in the comments.